Hey y'all. Welcome to the show. It's RC. It's Wednesday. I'm here. Just like I come most Wednesday nights. Probably I would say 95%. Um and do the OraCola. So welcome to the show, y'all. I'm RC Cola. I'm coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas here on August 28th, 2024. Already in August, at the end of August. Not even in it. We're at the end of it. Crazy. I'm going to switch over to the live chat option on the chat box. Now, remember how this works. If you're Looky Loo and you ain't a family member or you're watching it later, in order to participate in this show, you have to be logged into your Google account and then get into the chat. How you get a hold to me? Type in all caps. Ask a question of the universe. Whatever's bothering you, whatever you got a problem with, whatever. Don't matter. Ask the question. Put it in all caps. I will see it, and I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes to determine the oracle that I will use to channel your answer from the universe. This is what I do. I'm more or less a channel. I just get the divine inspiration, and then y'all reap the benefits, hopefully. So, welcome to the show. I hope y'all are having a good August. It's only a few more days left. So if it ain't been good, you got some time to catch up. Just saying, don't give up hope yet. It can still turn out to be a banger. You just got to have that one good party or that one good date or that one good jam session, whatever it is that gets your thing going. So, pardon the Marfa lights in my glasses. I still ain't been to the eye doctor to get my new prescription for contacts because I'm pretty much out of contacts. I got a reserve pair for an emergency, but I've been doing the show for so long, it ain't no emergency no more. So, sorry. Y'all are just going to have to wait and put up with the Marfa lights in my eyes until I go to the doctor and get me a new script. Always something here on the OraCola. Hey. All right. Well, it don't look like there is much going on here in the chat. Looks like we got a few viewers, but nobody's logged into the chat. That's okay. I got plenty of shit to talk about. And if I get stuck with no questions, I will just start reading for the collective or reading for myself or reading for my dog. Like, I don't care. I am not at all going to abandon my duty to be here for an hour because I do believe that this is something that I'm channeling from the universe for y'all. So I have to be here. If y'all don't have no questions, that's fine. Y'all can just watch. Y'all can be looky loos. I don't mind. But yeah, I have to be here. So I'm going to have to read for different celebrities or maybe for different situations. Like there's a whole plethora of shit out there that I can riff off of. So y'all don't worry about putting in your questions for the universe in all caps. Don't worry about doing that. I'll make it work. Anyway, regardless of how it shakes out, we always do the ritual. Always at the top of the show. So if you got your own ritual, now is the time to do it. And I always like to start off by burning the sacred wood. We are going to be burning the sacred wood just to get the fires of the OraCola started. And we're going to let that smoke infiltrate the dog smelling air that I live in. I'm nose blind to my dog, except occasionally when I come in after being gone for a while and I'm like, ooh, Lordy, my apartment stinks like dog, which means I probably stink like dog, which is very embarrassing. But what can you do when you live with a fucking big ass dog? Next, I like to ring the bell. I have this sweet little copper bell that I stole from some workplace. I can't remember which one. And I ring it just to let the universe know I'm ready and that y'all are ready. And yeah, it just sounds nice. Next up, we have our strangely, y'all can't even see this, but there's like a whole like yellowing of this plastic on here. Oh, y'all can see it there. Right where this light is, it's probably because I left the light on and didn't like it, just like burned it. But there's this whole little thing here. This is our pathogen wand. It's on its last legs. It is getting up there in age, but guess what, y'all? Pathogens are in again. So yeah, we're gonna wave it around because we don't know what's gonna get us, but something is, according to the man. Yeah, we got our pathogen one. And hey, Prince, thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, and then we got our latest one, our beauty wand. And this is what I do for like my beauty, but I don't know that it's working. I keep forgetting to use it. I'll put it in front of me and I'll ignore it for like 3 days. This is how my mind works. If I have a task to accomplish, can't get that shit done. No can do. No can do. And if it's easy like this, definitely can't do that shit. But whatever. I'll do it once a week on the show. Y'all let me know if it makes me look younger. We might need to do this for like a few years to figure it out. Okay. Next up, we got our Prospera spray. This is for prosperity. We're going to do this over us to let the prosperity, the good stuff rain down upon me and y'all. And I do have a lotto ticket this evening. So if you would like to actually wish me some prosperity, because I could use that $30,000. Hell, I could even use $1. I paid $2 for this. I should at least get back $1. But we're going to manifest better than that, right? We're just going to say 30,000. 30,000. Yeah. So we got that later. But yeah, prosperity. And then, of course, last but not least, we got our Florida water chakra anointment. We're going to go all the way down to the root and back up. And just make sure all them chakras are nice and lubricated. So, we got Prince Allie. Hey, Allie, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Lava, wonderful. Good to see you. So we got some new folks and some old folks. Not that y'all are old, just family folks. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this here, even though I'm gonna ignore it. We're just gonna leave it there. Okay. All right. So I explained how it worked. I did the ritual. We're cleansed. We're ready. It's 9:10. We got about 50-ish minutes. I was a couple minutes late. But yeah, about 50-ish minutes left to get your questions in for the universe. Remember, September's coming up, and that didn't rhyme that on purpose. It's just the way it is. Just like there might be a problem in your life that's bothering you, and you need to figure out how to deal with it so that you can be like, yep, that's just the way it is. Because for real, most of our life drama comes from us being like, no, this is not the way it needs to be. I want it to be different. But sometimes there's wisdom in letting it be. Sometimes you just need to accept that it is the way it is. And the tarot or the other oracles I got, sometimes they can give you that little internal spark that lets you know, yes, this is my burden to bear right now. And just accept it. And once you accept, you can like work on moving on. Okay. Ooh, we got Patrick in there. Oh, you're new old. I love it. Well, hey, Patrick, good to see you. You jumped right in with a question. Good for you. Will the doctor be able to repair my new medical device? Well, who knows? I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds difficult. Maybe it's something simple. I don't know. Oh, a crystal. Well, here's the thing. Whether or not the doctor can fix it, you can just like decide to fixate on this crystal that I'm about to pull, and it will be your strength and your rock during whatever this episode brings you. So you might need to go to the White Lady Witch shop or whatever store you got in your neighborhood that sells rocks for an inflated price, purported to have different metaphysical capabilities, but mostly you buy it because it's cool and you like it and you got a little bit of a rock fetish, just like me. I got one too. No shame in a rock fetish. There's way worse shit to get a fetish about besides rocks. Just saying. Okay, here we go. Medical device for Patrick. What rock should you take with you to the appointment? Here we go. Carnelian. Feed your creativity. Okay, well, here's the thing. Take you some carnelian, and then regardless of whether or not the repair happens, you can get creative with that shit. Maybe you figure out how to fix it. You know, duct tape was invented for a reason. And the reason was that it is good at doing a lot of stuff it wasn't meant to do. Same thing with zip ties. I feel like if this doctor is not able to fix it, you might be able to figure it out on your own. What just happened here? Something just fell off. Oh, yeah. Okay. I found it. It was this thing. Little cord. I guess we're getting some poltergeist visitations right now. Hey, Spirit. Welcome to the show. Had to let us know it was there. Anyway, carnelian. Go get you a hunk of carnelian at the White Lady Witch shop if you ain't got one already. And if you got one already, maybe like polish it up, charge it, say a prayer. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Good luck. Lava has a question. Should I get a new aquarium? Oh my goodness. Well, you are doubling down on shit going well, because I would not be thinking about aquarium when I was thinking about rolling blackouts. But anyway, here we go. You need therapy. it was a moment there on the liturgical, but you need therapy popped up right away. So let's see what Dr. Freud has to say. Karen is still on vacation, and she will be possibly joining us again in the future. But right now, we're going to stick with Dr. Freud because he tends to give us a little bit more like consistent, good answers, at least the last couple of weeks. So here we go. About getting the aquarium. What does it say? Come on, Dr. Freud. Oh, I see this. So in the Karen ball, because these are just the same concept, obviously. I'm just going to do some meta commentary in the moment. So in the Karen ball, the little decacada with the hedron, whatever thing it is, that's got all the surfaces on it with the sayings, is in liquid that's too thick for its shape. Whereas this one, it's just a loose little bitch. It's just like, it can't even decide what it wants to be because it's just so loose in there. So this is a different kind of difficult for a ball-shaped oracle. Not all ball-shaped oracles are going to give you the same amount of trouble. We're finding this out in real time. You can say you saw it here first on the OraCola. Not all ball-shaped oracles are the same. Okay, here we go. What did it say? This is the one it wants us to go with. Let's go with that. Sure, go get one. If the fish all die, well, hopefully you can at least eat them. And if you can't, well, hopefully it don't stink up your living room while they're rotting there on the floor. I personally am against aquariums unless there's somebody else's, because that's a lot of fucking work. Even just having a little 10-gallon aquarium is a lot of fucking work. And I've tried it a few times with a few different aquatic pets and have always regretted it. And honestly, the sound of it is also getting on my nerves. Like the way that the water noise, some people like that tinkly water sound. I do not like it. And I don't like the humming of the whatevers. No, I don't like having to like clean it and feed the things in it. And I don't like having to fish out the dead bodies of the ones that got killed by the other things that's still alive. I don't like none of it. I feel like it's the apartment version of having chickens, but you don't get no eggs. Okay. We got another question. Goog needs healing advice for wrist. Okay. There's some wrist problems happening. Hopefully, it's not because of too much exertion. But yeah, let's see what the universe says. How about this wrist issue for Goog? Tarot. Ooh, we ain't got the tarot in a couple weeks. Let's see what's going on. I was listening to an astrology person this morning, which is usually when I listen to astrology shit. And it was telling me that the reason you might be having some kind of like problems facing yourself is because it's going to show up in your body in some way. And that the physical symptoms of your whatever your issue is actually some kind of thing that's trying to express a thing that you need to know about yourself. So I don't know. You might need to look up what wrists represent. Maybe think about things you use your wrist for. I don't know. But I was just listening to that this morning thinking, man, every time I've had a zit on my face, I guess I was just trying to release something. And it was some emotional thing. And trust me, I've had a lot. I had acne as a younger. I was an acne person. Now there's some people that's perfect that ain't ever got no acne except maybe the occasional one zit. And then there's the people that had the fucking acne. I was one of them. So y'all know what I mean if you had it. Yeah. So this was something that I had not contemplated. That it was some kind of lack of ability to acknowledge myself in some way that was causing this eruption on my face. Ain't it nice to know it's always your fault? It don't matter if it's your like psychiatrist or if it's your spiritual guru. It's always going to be your fucking fault. I just want to blame somebody, y'all. Sometimes I just want to fucking blame somebody. Anyway. Oh, he fell skating. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope it was just like on 4 skates instead of them douchey like inline ones. Because if it was like douchey inline ones, it might have been deserved. It's just my like intuition. Okay, let's see what the tarot says for this wrist fracture. Oh, the Heelys, even worse. Oh God, you ain't even got the nuts to have 2 wheels. You just got the one on each heel. I guess. I don't know. How does that work? I ain't never been in any of them kind of things because I know I would bust my ass. Okay, here we go. Tarot for how to deal with this horrible calamity. Temperance. Oh, yeah, this is a good lesson. Just be moderate, accept that you might be not of the age or fitness level to have wheels on your feet. This is like something that is for children and young agile folks and older agile folks, but maybe, I don't know, maybe your agility is not where you think it is. Usually that's how it works when you get injured. You just think you have an ability that you used to have when you was younger and it has gone away from you and suddenly you cannot do that thing no more. Or you got to like work at it a whole lot harder. This is a sad thing about getting older. You just like lose skills right and left. Yeah, you might gain wisdom. You might gain some kind of epiphany about your life. But on the other side of it, you're losing a whole lot of abilities. You just kind of like are on the downside of that build curve of life. And you don't know exactly where you are sometimes until you get a reality check. And an injury is always going to be a reality check because most people don't set out to get injured. They're pretty capable. They know what they can do until they can't. Ooh. Anyway, good luck with that. I'm sorry it sucks. I've been having my knee problem. I'm sure it's related to my ankle problem, and I've talked about it before, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what to do about that. But I'm still walking, so it ain't that dire yet. Okay. Yeah. One on each heel. You kind of balance on each heel. Okay, so it's just the one wheel. Maybe you should invest in more wheels, but consider how they're configured because one way is definitely douchier than the other. Apollo is drinking water, so this is a good sign. Anytime he drinks water, it means that we're going to have a good show. Universe is like sending that signal down, so keep them questions coming. We're on fire tonight. What's fun about having a visible injury is old men in church walk up to me and show me their gnarly x-rays. Well, that's a little bit weird. I ain't never been to no church where people carried their x-rays, but I guess now it's on your phone now, so it's not so weird. I just remember having x-rays of my spine done, and the x-rays is like the size of my spine. They was big. Like it was a whole like big ass film. I don't think I still got it, but yeah, it was that weird. It was weird. And that was how you got a copy of it. And yeah, you had to take that from doctor to doctor. But yeah, I guess they give it to you on your phone now. Shit. Everything's on your phone. If you ain't got no fucking phone, well, you just ain't participating in society, right? I don't even think they make them films no more. That's how long ago that shit was. Wow. Okay. It's 9:24, y'all. It's 9:24. We got about 37-ish more minutes left in the show. We've got all kind of things we can talk about. If you got questions for the universe, please put it in the chat. Also, I got to say this because I always forget, but if you ain't liked and subscribed, do it now. Even if you're just a looky-loo at a later viewing. Because sometimes people watch this show later. It's live right now, but it might be not like a video later. So if you like what you see, if you like me, if you like the family, if you like the whole format, even if you don't like it and you just feel like liking it so you can like shit on it later, hit that like and subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Okay. Patrick requested some healing vibes from my mom, Carol Jean. Her migraines have a weird, scary side effect where she will temporarily get amnesia. That's crazy. Wow. I have no idea about that. That's crazy. Well, sending healing love and vibes to Carol Jean, who is in the family. And, we're going to get a crystal for this one. So you might need to go visit and bring this crystal and see if it helps. And yeah, I don't know. Migraines, luckily, I'm one of them people who has not been afflicted with them on a regular basis. I've definitely had some. Not necessarily ones that I've inflicted on myself. I've definitely had some come up, but it's thankfully few and far between. But I believe when people say they got them all the time, how miserable that can be. Because just having one occasionally fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. Okay. Here we go, Carol Jean. Let's see if there's some kind of rock out there you can get to help you vibrate out of these migraines. Goodness. Here we go. Oh, selenite. This is a good one. Clear the clutter. So, get some selenite, and then here's the idea. I think the clutter might be in the mind, in the brain, because that's where the pain is. There's so much in there. It's just like, maybe there's some time to let some things go. Try to like discard some stuff that's not needing to be in the brain. And this could be emotional baggage. This could be old wounds. This could be, friendships that you're still holding on to that ain't going to be like beneficial. You should just let go. It could be like a subscription to a thing that you think, oh, yeah, I will eventually watch that show. So I just keep paying $10 a month or whatever it costs to do this, but I ain't actually watched the show. It could be Amazon Prime. You never order nothing from a fucking Amazon, but you still got that Prime membership because the man has brainwashed you to think you need it. There's a whole lot of ways that you can get rid of the clutter in your head. So get some selenite and get rid of the clutter. And hopefully that will free up some space to let some air in and kind of like inflate your head in a way that gets oxygen to the brain so that it's like thriving again. I don't know how to describe it. This is what I'm visualizing. It's like you've got little bits of stuff you're taking out, and then the clean air rushes in and it kind of fluffs everything up, and then just like everything gets moving again. So yeah, try that out and good luck. I'm sorry. It sucks. Yeah. Selenite. And selenite's easy to find. It's one of them rocks you can find at any White Lady Witch shop that's worth its salt. Guaranteed. They will have some kind of selenite. Okay. All right. 9:29, y'all. We're about halfway through the show. I feel thirsty. Y'all want some tea? Let's do some tea. Ooh, we got another question from Goo. We'll get to that after the tea. Ooh, my tea kettle is so dusty. Embarrassing. So embarrassed. Okay. Here we go. What tea should we spill this evening? Oh, fitness trackers. Y'all, okay. I know these have been around for a while, but I just started to like think about it rationally, like a rational person would. And I just don't understand why you need an electronic device to tell you you're a fat ass. Like, it'll tell you you ain't walked enough. It'll beep at you if you ain't done the things you've set out to do. Lord knows what else is tracking. I mean, just convincing you to wear it and just like buy it and have it on is giving the man all kinds of data about you, by the way, and not necessarily your social security number, like the real important privacy data. You don't want the man to know how fit you are, because if he knows how fit you are or not, then he can kill you off a lot easier. See how it goes? So yeah, I ain't into the fitness trackers, but I know a lot of y'all are probably wearing them right now. Here's the other thing. This is a weird thing that I've noticed about modern society. We have to pay money for a device to tell us what our eyes and ears and other senses can just tell us if we consult them. For example, I don't need no fitness tracker on my wrist to tell me that I am overweight or whatever. I got the old timey ways of telling it, namely the shadow I cast on the ground when I'm outside in the sunlight. I can see exactly how fucking fat I am right there. And I don't need no fucking fitness tracker or nothing. I just need the sun and a clear day. Additionally, if you want to go a step further, we did invent mirrors a while ago. In fact, the puddle in the ground is a good mirror. You can also see how good your fitness journey is going by just an observation. So yeah, I don't think I need to buy no Fitbit or whatever like knockoff that Amazon has made that's popular too. I don't need to buy that shit. I know how many steps I took based on how sore my feet are. I know if I need to stretch more when I get up and I like pull something that I ain't pulled before. And I just feel like this is a stupid thing. It's a stupid thing. It's like people who's wearing a wristwatch now and everybody's got a fucking phone. Like, pick one lane. You either wear the wristwatch and don't got the phone, or you got the phone and ditch the wristwatch. Wristwatches are uncomfortable. Like, I remember having them, even if you don't get no weird rash from the sweat, you also get your hairs pulled. Like, it's a whole thing. I get it. If you like it, it's like a comfort thing. Fine. That's fine. But don't you dare be like holding your phone in the same fucking hand. You know how stupid you look holding your phone on the same wrist you got your wristwatch or your Fitbit or whatever. It's just like overload. It's so stupid. So yeah, I ain't on board with that shit. If you're a fat ass, if you need to get more exercise, if this. You don't need no like little thing to tell you that's also tracking all your data and sending it to the man so he can figure out ways to actually kill you better. This is what you're doing. Just keep this in mind. Wrist sundial for the win. Yeah, well, I don't even think you need to go that far. Just know where the sun is. This is what our ancestors did. They knew where the sun was. They was obsessed with the fucking sun. How come all the ancient monuments is lined up to the fucking sun? They all are. It's because we was taking our attention and putting it there. There wasn't no distractions. That was the big show. The sun was the big ass show. The sun and the moon and the stars were the Netflix of the ancient times. That was all there was to watch. That was it. Yeah, you got to watch your sheep. You got to watch your kids, watch for the neighboring tribes. But most of the time, you got to watch for what's going on up there because it's going to tell you what's going to be happening down here. Pattern recognition. It's the human way. Yeah. So. My wrist sundial keeps buying life insurance policies in my name. That's funny. And I wonder how many minds went blind watching the sun. What? You know what? I believe they figured out you shouldn't stare at it like pretty early on. Like even pre-verbal, we probably had that. We probably had that wired into us. So I'm pretty sure they was looking at shadows. Shadows was informing everything. Yeah. Shades rule everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah? Okay. There's yoga in India that's just staring at the sun. Well, good for them. That ain't my thing. I hope they're having a good time. Who else has a question? Oh, yeah, there was one up here. My library ebooks keep expiring before I can finish them. What should I do? Well, you should manage your time better, obviously. But we'll see what the Wheel of Fortune says. Crystal again. Crystal has been shy for most of the OraCola's existence with the crystal. But the last few weeks, the crystal has been coming out. She wants to sparkle and shine. I don't know what she's got up her sleeve, but we're going to figure it out. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what crystal advice you can get for this admittedly easy solution. You just don't waste your time. I know I know you think you've got time to read these books, but be honest. Don't check them out if you ain't going to read them. Okay, here we go. Oh, adventuring. Create your own look. Yeah, so here's what you got to do. You got to either outsmart the library system or just be smart and just buy the fucking books yourself. If you know you're going to sit on them for a few months and you're interested, just buy the whole physical thing. This helps the economy. Don't necessarily buy it at Amazon. Go to the local bookshop if you can. Buy the book. Contribute to the economy in that way. And then when it's sitting in your fucking face for months and months, you either get off the, like, your whatever bullshit you're on and read it, or you're like, I'm never going to read this shit, and then pass it on to somebody who will, or pass it on to like the free library in your community. Like, this is like a way you can contribute to society while also alleviating your guilt, because when you buy it digitally, it's just like, it ain't there. It ain't there in front of you. It ain't tangible. You don't know it exists. You know it exists, but you don't fucking know it exists. It ain't in your sphere of reference. So I think by switching over to actual physical copies, you will find either you are way overachiever at thinking you can read all these books, or B, you're a reader, a voracious reader, and you can read all these. Regardless, you can pass them on. It's like it's like passing down the joy and the love that you had, or the hate, or whatever. You just like spreading the knowledge. This is a small thing you can do to give back to mankind. Think about it like that. You know, you can go volunteer at the soup kitchen, or you can just buy the fucking books and read them and then pass them on. It depends on how lazy you feel like being. But I don't think the solution is to keep paying for the digital ones, because, or just even checking them out, because obviously they're just like not making an impression. You need to do something more. And think about all the knowledge you're not getting in the books that you're refusing to read. Think about it like that. You want to see what's in these books? You might need to get your hands on a copy. There you go. Good luck. Oh, we're just having a vodka soda. Boring. Just boring. Not very good. I mean, it's good. It's just like, it's like the lazy drink. It's like, I don't feel like making no cocktail. I don't feel like getting ingredients. I've got fizzy water, I've got lime, and I got vodka. Easy. All right, it's 9:40, y'all. We got about 22, 23 more minutes left in the show. So, yeah, if you got a question for the universe, put it in the chat. We got a few folks here. I'm happy y'all are here with me. If you got friends that you know are hanging out at home or just bored, why don't you hit them up? Say, hey, join me on this YouTube live stream. We can interact with each other and get a reading if you want. And then we can share this thing together. You know, I think this is the kind of thing where people can hang out together. You can hang out together and they don't have to be presentable. You don't have to be wearing no fucking clothes. You don't have to be wearing no fucking underwear. You could just be like, basically, you could be masturbating if you want. You can be getting like ravaged in some way, but you can also watch this on your phone, and you can share that with your friends, and even maybe get into the chat and get a question answered. Like, there's like community here. This is community. And it's only a bigger community if you share it. If you just keep it to yourselves, well, it's just like, whatever. And I know some of y'all share all the time. I do appreciate it. But yeah, if you got a friend at home who's bored and you know it, let them come to the OraCola. We got like time to do their reading. All kinds of time. Oh my goodness. There are some yogis that lift concrete blocks with their penises. I ain't heard of this. I feel like I need to like do something after the show. Check that out. Oh, Wow, that's exciting. Um, that's funny. Yeah, there is something for everybody. It is true. There is all kind of flavors of humans and all kind of flavors of taste. Things that humans like to do or see or experience. And some of it is extreme. And some of it is most people think is not acceptable. But yeah, there's all kind of humans. Prance is a question. I'm watching a 16-year-old semi-deaf, blind, Pomchi. Okay, I'm guessing a dog. General reading for her week with me. Okay, well, hopefully it will go well. You definitely don't want to be the one that's the last guard. Let's see what the universe says. Oh, the OraCola's choice. Okay. Well, I feel like the litoracle's calling me. So this might be a reading assignment for you. And if the dog's going to be there for a few days, you got time. You got time. You can always do the Wikipedia, the Cliffs Notes or whatever. Do they even make Cliffs Notes no more? I remember the Cliffs Notes, the yellow ones, is like the synopsis and summary of a piece of literature you were supposed to read. I remember like them being pretty thorough. But yeah, I don't know if they make them no more. I ain't seen one in a long time. Something interesting to think about. But it's still part of the nomenclature. Like it's still out there as like a thing some people know. Okay, here we go. What about this palm cheek? How's it going to go? And it is, oh my goodness, it's a Moby Dick situation. Oh, this is going to be epic. Wow. I would say don't take it near no bodies of water. That's for damn sure. It could just easily be swallowed up. But yeah, I feel like this is one of them moments where you have to examine the whole specter of life and death and everything in between, and just cross your fingers and hope that this little Pomchi makes it to the end of the voyage so y'all can like disembark together and you can trade it off. And then yeah, hopefully this will be the last time you have to watch it. But you never know. You never know what's going to be your white whale. You never know. Good luck. Wisdom from the universe for replacing the battery in Goog's car. Well, that's easy. You just go to fucking AutoZone. I don't know why you have to ask the universe about this, but we'll see. Digital diviner. Okay. This one's gonna be, how do I get off my lazy ass and just deal with this fucking battery? Here we go. Do I do it or not? Do I actually go and do it, or do I just like puss out and call somebody to come and do it for me? This is the question. Forget it. Yeah, don't do it. Just like be a bitch and call somebody. And I don't know, AAA. Somebody will come and replace your battery. Surely this exists as like a thing. And if you want to be butch about it, we'll just go to the AutoZone and get it. But honestly, you got other shit to worry about. So don't worry about it. Just call somebody, have them come and fix it, pay them the money, and then you ain't got to worry about it. Yeah. Focus on the other things, the real things that count in your life, whatever they are. It ain't the battery. Goodness. Got a little bit of a cough there. Okay. Well, the universe has guided me to actually give y'all some like advice because we're coming up on the election season here in the US and there's a lot of propaganda out there. So much propaganda, it's ridiculous. And there's no way to know what's real and what's not, especially with AI throwing out all kinds of things that you just never even considered was going to be fakeable, but suddenly they are. I don't even know if I'm seeing the real candidates on TV, to be honest. I just don't know. So here's how we need to figure out, like, here's what we need to do as a people who are captured. We're captured by this crazy system. We need to be aware, but we also need to be like nonchalant about it. Don't get so worked up. I know there's a temptation to dive headfirst into whatever horrible rhetoric and just like wallow in the disdain, wallowing in this disdain of the horribleness of the reality of what it is. No, no, no. That's not vibrating higher. That's vibrating lower. So here's my advice. We just need to like chill, and I'm going to ask the universe to give us a omen, a signpost, something that'll let us chill in good conscience. Because we're not dropping out, we're not tuning out, we're just being realistic here. It don't have as much to do with us as we think. And just tuning out that shit and thinking about other stuff might be better. Here we go. Of course, the book of Revelation would have to rear its ugly head for this existential, what the fuck are we going to do question. All right, well, y'all know what we got to do here. We got to get a random number twice. So, book of Revelation has 22 chapters. Random number generator. And we're going to type 22 into the random number generator and generate chapter 2. Chapter 2 here in the book of Revelation of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, which is the only one that counts. Chapter 2 has how many verses? We got to get this out here. Oh, here we're on chapter 6. Chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2 has 29 verses. My goodness, 29. That's a lot. Here we go. Oh, wrong way. 29. And generate. All right, chapter 2, verse 8 in the book of Revelation, the King James Version of the Holy Bible, so that we can learn to discern what to get worried about and what to ignore this election season. All right. Verse 8. Here we go. And unto the angel of the church in Smyrna write, these things saith the first and the last, which was dead and is alive. Okay, well, yeah, that's the beginning and the end. That is the that's the whole thing right there. Right there. Yeah. 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 This is it. This is it. It's done. We're done with it. We just like moving on to the next thing. Moving on to the next thing. Yep. There you go. Goog's already got it there. Did you think I wouldn't find it? Honestly, I mean, I got this big ass print Bible now. I definitely can find it. So yeah, don't worry about so much of the rhetoric out there, the hoo-ha. Focus on the now and the here and your present. And just yeah, there's a lot of bullshit out there. Don't get caught in it. Oh, it's for the chat's benefit. Okay, well, good for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, well, we got about 10 more minutes left in the show, y'all. If you got a question for the universe, put it in the chat. I got time. We're in the midst of a firestorm of whatever. I feel like the man is trying to get us to be more worried about things than we should be. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my shit. Because the rhetoric is really hopping up. It's just like ratchet it up slowly over the weeks, just kind of like cranking that thing up. Trying to like seed some kind of panic. I feel it. I see it. I see it in the alternative media. I see it in the mainstream. There's like the man's trying to seed some kind of panic about something. And he ain't quite sure exactly what he wants to use. He's trying to throw out all these little feelers for like, what are people going to panic the most about? And there's like, we're in the feeler stage. Something will happen, but we don't know what it's going to be. Financial, health, war. Like, what is it? What is it? Something's going to go down, but we just don't know what it is. So stay aloof and aware. Looks like Patrick has one. Will the Dems pack the Supreme Court? I don't know. I feel like the Supreme Court is going to have some assassinations, or we're going to get stuck with the same one for quite a while. Like, who's going to retire? Honestly, we got the witch oracle, by the way. I feel like all them old men are going to hold on to their dead. And then the new ones, they're young. So that's kind of like conservative. But I don't know. I really don't have no skin in the game because I checked out a whole long time ago. I just know that we're living in this crazy world, and whatever weird rules and regulations are getting decided, they ain't got much to do with me. I don't get no say in it. I didn't appoint them people. They ain't heard my opinion. So yeah, I don't listen to the Supreme Court too much. I'm like, it's a football. It goes back and forth. One day it'll be somebody's football, and the next it'll be somebody else's, and they'll overturn this one thing, and they'll like reinstate this other thing. It's just yawn. It's boring. All right, here's a witch for this question. Ooh, ocean. Okay. There's our witch for this political Supreme Court question. Let's see what the legend of ocean means. I do have a bracelet from the crew of Ocean when I was at the Mardi Gras a long time ago. I happened to get one of theirs. And I got it in my jewelry thing, but I never wear it. It's kind of a keepsake. Okay, I went far past it. In Ocean, Ocean reminds us that water can take it any shape, blah, 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 water ability, heal, whatever, adaptable and embrace and change. Yeah, so basically, you're just going to have to go with whatever's going. You have to go with the flow. It's going to change with the tide. The Dems get in, they'll appoint somebody. The Repubs get in, they will appoint somebody. It really just depends on the time and of who retires or who gets taken out. This is how it's going to go. So we'll just have to see. I hope that satisfies you. Oh, yeah. It's 9:56, y'all. Should I have some more tea? I feel like this one's been in the teapot for a while. I need to get it out. I'm just going to get it out. I do have a lotto ticket too. So we got some time. But if you got a question, put it in the chat. I'll stay. What's this one? Disney downfall. Now, whoever thought that Walt Disney Company, Disney World, Disneyland, all that Disney shit, whoever put on their bingo card that Disney was going to go down? Who did? I did not. I did not. I had no idea. No fucking idea that Disney was going to take the nosedive that it's taken. And honey, it's taken a nosedive. I know that it's more expensive than ever to go, but I also know that people are more upset than ever. And there's too many people there, and there's so many problems. And I was like, how did Disney fuck this shit up? Well, you know why? They got greedy. They got greedy and they thought they couldn't fail. This is how the Titanic goes down every time. You declare it unsinkable. Guess what? That iceberg's going to show up out of nowhere and sink it. I'm not saying Disney is not like still a juggernaut. I'm just saying that like it's suddenly apparent that Disney was not all it was cracked up to be. And the cracks got too big for people to ignore. And it was a surprise because this is like part of our culture. This is like the CIA program and we all grew up with. And suddenly it is like blowing up in our face. Blowing up in our face. And I did not see this coming. So now what's next? What's next? I don't know. If Disney can go down, they're preparing us for some crazy bullshit. They're ripping our childhood out like right from under us. All that programming. Even if you wasn't a part of that whole thing, if you didn't care, you was infiltrated by it. It was a mind virus for many, many decades. This whole Disney thing. And now it's like suddenly not as not all that it appeared to be. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's interesting that it's suddenly happening now. Like, why? Why is it happening now? More than anything, we need these like entertainments. Maybe it's just old fashioned. Maybe it's just like the CIA was like, nope, this ain't working no more. It's too expensive. It's too bloated. I know we put as many influencers online as we can, and we still can't get the numbers up at the park. We can't get the views up. The whole galactic, honestly, it was the Star Wars acquisition that did them in. Like I think that whole Lucasfilm thing was the deal with the devil come due, because you had this magical period for decades where they could do no wrong, and suddenly they take over this one franchise, this one group of ideas, and buy a bunch of stuff and try to be too big. They should have stayed in their lane. The lane was little kids. Yeah, I know. There's a whole lot going on about that too, but the lane was little kids. When you start getting out of the little kid lane, you're reaching too far. So yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it. But yeah, it's funny now that everyone's just like kicking out the stool from under them. They're like, yep, you go down with the ship. We'll salvage it and conglomerate it with Universal, and then it'll be like Disney, Universal, Sony, whatever, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, Prime. It'll be like so big, it'll be like the LGBTQIA, but all them other things. Yep. Bye, Disney. It was fun while we had you. I enjoyed some of your work. Good luck in your next iteration. All right. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I do have a lot of ticket. And somebody put in some questions. Was there a gay apostle in the Bible? Well, I don't need to like spin the wheel for this. The chances are yes, there was at least one. And honestly, I don't know if they all wasn't a little bit gay. Like there's like all them men traveling together all the time, like on the fishing boat together, like having the supper together, like in the desert together. I was mentioning this the other day. I mean, yeah, some shit went down. Some shit went down. And then, Jesus can make the wine whenever you want it. You can't tell me the wine was not made occasionally when they didn't need it, just because when they wanted some. Come on, Jesus was a man. He was without sin apparently, but I don't think that don't mean that Jesus was not a man. The man would have got the wine for the bros. It would have happened. Diddy, is he a Fed? I don't know, probably because he ain't been arrested yet or offed. Like this is the way it works. Sometimes they throw you under the bus, and sometimes they like hold you as an asset. Emphasis on the ass. All right. Well, here we go. Here is my lotto ticket. And I really do hope I get that $30,000 because I can put it to some good use. Definitely. Here we go. Well, get me a little platform to scratch on here. Let me do this. Okay, so there's multiple games here. We're going to start here at game number 1. We're going to scratch off my numbers and then scratch off our lucky number. And remember, this whole game, we're looking for 9s. Anytime we get a 9, it's a good thing. Okay, we didn't get no 9s, but we got 11 and we got 1. Let's see. No, we got 13. Oh, damn it. I was hopeful I got $50. I just didn't scratch off enough. Okay. Game 1 is over, but we still got other games to play. So next game here, we got to just scratch all these off. Remember, we're looking for 9s or matching numbers. Okay, we got 1 there. That's good. Okay. See, I don't know what the rules are for this particular game, but we're going to just scratch all these off. And we got, this is a lot of scratching. I don't know if I would buy this one again. This is the only one I could afford, though. All the other ones is too expensive. Okay. Let's see. Reveal 2 or more 9 symbols in game 1 or game 2 and win the corresponding prize in the bonus prize legend. Reveal 3 matching prize amounts, win that amount. I did not win 3 matching prize amounts, or did I did not win more than 1 9. I feel like I lost this game. I did. I lost. Yep. No winner here. Bum, 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 bum. But you know what? It's all about the scritching. It's all about the joy you get in the moment, thinking you're going to win the 30,000. And sometimes you win $1, and most of the time you lose. But regardless, you keep going back to play. And this is how the man plays you. And this is how you need to stop being played by the man. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. It's been a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your August into September. I will see y'all in September. Yep, next time we do the show, it'll be September. Oh, I can't believe it. It's all right. I hope y'all have a wonderful time. I love y'all. Bye.